love is what I need. Your love's what I need. Your love is what I need.
All right, what is up? What is up? We're back with more Final Fantasy XVI tonight. Apologies for the delay. Rumble did not want to save my thumbnail. Had to quickly edit it. So I think it might be a little oversaturated. Try that for a second. There it is, perfect. Alright. Now, last time, as the party prepared to head into the Holy Empire, many of the main players of the Hideaway went and paid their respect to Sid and all those who had fallen at the original, updating him on all that has transpired in the 5 years since, especially now that Hugo Kupka has perished. Once finished, the party presses on, posing as hired mercenaries and merchants in order to pass through the guarded gates of Sandbreak, making new allies and reconnecting with old ones along the way. Once inside, we are met with a scene of Dion Lesage, commander of the Holy Empire's armies, having yet another meeting with Clive's brother, Joshua, the dominant of the Phoenix, discussing an alliance to take down Ultima, which Dion seems to agree to. However, as night falls, Dion initiates a plan of his own, using the dragoons to cause chaos throughout the city, while he, as Bahamut, lays siege, attempting to take control of the Empire's Mother Crystal. In the heat of it, Joshua begins fighting Dion in a fierce battle between Eikons, which Clive witnesses, prompting him to rush and give aid. Nearing the heart of the Mother Crystal in a nearby tower, Clive finds his mother, Empress Annabella, hiding away with her new son, the young Emperor Olivier, attempting to protect him from the destruction just outside. After a tense reunion, Clive informs her that not only is Joshua still alive, he is currently fighting Bahamut, before he comes crashing into the room they are holed up in, causing a Clive to spring into action, transforming into Ifrit and picking up where Joshua left off. After a quick rest, Joshua returns to the battlefield alongside his brother to confront the tremendous might of the Icon of Light. After a brutal back and forth, having been able to merge their powers, Josh and Clive are finally able to defeat Dion and destroy the fourth Mother Crystal. Now, having returned to the room Jill, Annabella, and their half-brother are in, carrying Dion's battered body in tow. With a literal death throw, Dion launches his spear like a javelin into the body of Olivier, before succumbing to his injuries, revealing Olivier to be an apparition of sorts, a mere vessel for the deity Mythos, whom we've seen many times before. Distraught amongst a crumbling castle, Joshua attempts to persuade his mother in leaving with them. However, convinced he is just a ghost of the past and her now waking nightmare, she brandishes a dagger for swiping at her beloved son before ultimately taking her own life. Which is where we left off. Now back at the Hideaway, preparing for whatever may come next. Also, Timo, Ali, appreciate you being here as always. Hello, hello, and Mina! Welcome in, how you doing tonight? Oh my gosh, I meant to catch your stream yesterday, but I wanted to take a nap and stuff for 12 hours. It is all good. Sleep is very important. I do have to make a couple of posts, I think. Oh, you know what? I also have to change the thumbnail on YouTube. Just a second. I'm still not sure on how to, like, set up streams in advance on it. There must be a way. But I'm not sure if it, like, syncs with Restream or not. Hi, Ryu. Hello, Mina. Nice channel. Details. All right, let's get back into it. Yeah, last time we got some missives that were side quests, but I guess all the other ones are just regular mail. There's nothing on the map, so head on over to Otto.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Aye, all their fancy silk stained red.
Who's carried in?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
See what? What did you see, Porter? Out with it. Right, what's good, Otto?
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fact storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
Not bad.
Fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things.
Oh.
Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
Alright, we'll start with Vivian, since she's right here. How you doing?
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I sure hope so.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts. Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
How poetic.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
All right, to Harpocrates. Hopefully what he says will be a little bit more uplifting. Well, I'm not holding my breath. Oh, hold on. What's up, Karen? You have something new?
Clive.
Karen?
Go on then.
It does not seem like it.
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
Ooh, a last elixir. Upon KO, automatically restores all HP, fills limit gauge, and increases attack power by 10% and defense by 30. Tempting. Although we have not died yet.
Is that all?
I think we'll be alright.
What do I owe the honor? What's that for you, dear?
Ooh. We can make a new sword. Bright burn. Not a significant increase, but that's okay.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. That it?
Ooh, I like it. Kind of like a glass sword from Skyrim.
Is a storm coming soon? Will there be thunder?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies. Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman? It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it.
Most definitely.
Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
And watching the kingdoms crumble really brings out the chaos. It does. Feels like the world is on the brink of total collapse. You're not wrong. And I was hoping that destroying the mother crystals would slow the blight. But so far, it does not seem to have done anything. Except force the migration of the citizenry.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Alright, I've returned.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are three. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
Martha's.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains.
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only two people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Alright, let's go save Martha. Feels like things are just getting worse despite all the destruction of the crystals. It really does. Well, we are going all over the map. These. The entire continent is in disarray. So I was hoping a side quest would open up, but none did. So on to Martha's. Oh my god. What a terrible sight to be greeted with. Oh, the cabbages are safe. That's good.
Let me go with you. I can fight.
You can get back inside and bolt the door, is what you can do.
Well, it looks like the buildings are still standing, which is good. So many of them are just so hurt. Oh, it's Brennan.
The Akashic attacked us out of the blue, and there's no telling when they might be back. You'd best keep that sword handy, Sid.
Will do.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
But all our beds are taken.
Well, the merchant's still here.
My brothers. Are they? Shh, don't try to talk.
You should really be lying down, not just standing. I have a feeling you're going to be very busy.
Sharp as razors, my blades are. But those Akashic bastards just shrug off every blow.
Alright, I guess you don't say anything.
Mad dogs. The lot of them.
What is new with you?
What are you after?
I don't know, what have you got? Doesn't seem like he has anything good. Was it just the jukebox? Yeah. Alright, let's go check in on Martha.
Martha. It's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by Akashic. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
That's right.
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
The flames of war.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
Maybe I was too slow. More.
You're alive, and that's all that matters.
I
Any other conversations? Nope. Alright. To the Fallen Gate. Ooh, it's like right nearby. Yeah, it's definitely not looking good at all.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Them not. Not a chance.
Ooh. Oh, you just popped into existence. Oh, actually.
Safe.
Oh. Hanser! Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Reluminati. How are you doing tonight? Thank you so much for stopping by.
The barricades we've set up around the town won't hold the Akashic back for long. Might buy us a few moments to say our last farewells, though.
Not if I have something to say about it. Ooh.
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
Thank you for lining up like that. It was very convenient. Ow. You dork. Who did that? I'm not gonna lie, this game really wants me to, like, pick up swordplay. What is it, like Hema? I think that's like the British knight one, right? It does seem super fun. Perfect. Alright, we got him.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men?
Oh?
But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he?
Hmm.
Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
Man, Wade is the greatest.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Alright, let's get out there. I wonder if they repaired that, like, chapel. Since the attack by Empress Annabella. Because that's where they were taking care of all of the bears prior to this. Although it is kind of far away.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Oh my god.
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try.
That's right.
Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Oh, hell yes.
Then let's do our duty.
Good enough. Gotta prepare for water gun. There we go. Now we can just focus on the adamantoids. Ooh. Gotcha. Get over here. Ooh, a gibble. Oh, what happens? Like, cancel my attack. Oh, 40k, not bad. There we go. Now, we did put that amulet on that shaves like 9 seconds off of judgment bolts. Like a recharge time. But it is... it's still a while. Alright, this might do it. Perfect.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job?
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
All right, to Rhiannon's Ride. Like it's easier to traverse on foot.
Mad dogs, the lot of them.
My brothers. Shh, don't try to talk.
Guessing it's like this in all 3 areas. Yeah, things are certainly falling apart. All right, the cavalry has arrived. Ooh.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Thought he was gonna run by us for a second. Get back over here. Not sure if we avoided that or not. Oops, wrong one. Ooh, we got stuck in the barricade. Oh my god, they got the chocobos too. What a travesty. Alright, we'll save Judgment Bolts. In case there's like a third wave to this horde. Alright.
Something's coming.
Ooh.
It's
an imp.
My lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
Now those things are quite the casters. We're gonna have to be careful. Ooh. Alright, we got the partial. Perfect. Use the counter move right now. Oh, get back here. All right, we got him.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Alright, quest complete. Ooh, and we have received the Guardian Scarf, a symbol of trust, loyalty, and undying friendship. For as long as the Firebird's flames burn, in our hearts the duchy cannot die. Ah, it's for our chambers. Interesting.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
Oh?
Oscar, over here.
The Grouch?
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rosfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say that... It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Why not?
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
Uh-oh.
I would not have it any other way.
We've acquired a squire.
I will not let you down, Lord Rosfield. You or my uncle.
We shall be staying here for the time being, and not just for the ale.
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
have one of my men escort Oscar to Benamir once he's said his farewells.
All right. Now let's head to Northreach. Although I have a feeling things are going similarly to Martha's Rest. Oh. So they may be faring better. No one's injured.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under a flood.
Under a flood?
4 left for more on the captain's orders. Only 2 came back.
God help us.
Right to the Vale.
I can't do it. I can't.
She's right outside. Oh, it's not Isabel.
My lord. My lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Why we fight. And if Oscar's got even half the skills of his legendary uncle, they'd be fixing up kingdoms faster than the Blight can tear them down. Hell yeah. Alright, to the garrison! Ah, Isabel is here.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered. Or take it up and do what is right.
She's good.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
I think Jill was getting a little jealous.
Don't leave me, Pa.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
My family. They're still
Moore was the one that really did not like bearers, if I remember correctly.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
That thing, it took off the captain's head.
Oh my god.
Before we could even draw his steel.
I'm not going
What the hell did they fight? Yeah, she does not need to worry about Clive. Very true.
I assume you have a plan?
We need to find out what we're facing. The captain lost his head because he never stopped to use it. If we reman the towers and fortify the walls, we might just stand a chance.
He's a good leader. Alright, yeah, it might be faster to teleport here first.
Good girl.
Yeah! Ooh, everything is Akashic now. Is it really from destroying the mother crystals? I thought that was the right choice.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me.
Had to did not think he would appear right in front of me. Ooh, we got a twofer. Perfect. Yeah, the whole world is getting infected. Don't you hit my dog.
Should I prime?
Foul creature.
Save your strength.
Ow, you dork. But these things are a lot tougher. Their Akashic form. Uh-oh. It's a close one. Thank you, iframes. Let's dance. Ooh, okay. He was a little too far away. Oh, a little early. Only one. Fine by me. Like enemies on steroids, yeah, 100%. We'll use everything on this dude. Ooh. I think there's a third, actually. Yeah. Ooh. Got a parry. How? I have no idea. I will take it. Boy, get back here. Oh, we got him.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady.
Hey now.
Garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. Whatever it takes, eh?
Indeed.
I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Oh my.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Easy for him to say.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one. And that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Anytime. Quest complete. Ooh. Actually, let me pull up the abilities tab for just a second. I did not have a chance to look at Bahamut's abilities, so I am curious to see what they are. Impulse. Some spheres of light that upon striking an enemy deal continuous damage. Binding it to the spot. Okay. Flare breath. Oh, I like that one. Oh, and you can walk around with it. Active. Interesting. Satellite. Summon multiple light aspected familiars. And a Giga Flare. Oh my god, it does 5 stars of damage. Okay. I think I'm gonna keep Judgment Bolt for now. Hopefully the other two are a little bit better for like a single target damage. Right, where we have off to next? Dalamil. Ooh, also in ruins. Talk about the dame committed to the cause. Yeah, she is. She's all in. Oh, it's Lubor.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried? You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago. Any idea where they went? The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalamil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. Now, I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Alright, down the rabbit hole.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Good plan.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Damn.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Let's find out. How you doing, Victor?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costner's. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Oh, we have to go back to Lubor. I wonder if that apprentice is still here.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own.
Ah.
Before presenting them with a third option.
He's quite the schemer.
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Sounds good.
What he means to say is yes.
All right, let's go recruit some peeps. Now, I did get the DLC for this. It was like 10% off. So I'm hoping that it will take us to, I want to say, the 19th of this month, September. Because Anotria, The Last Song, will be coming out. The Italian indie Souls-like. But should it not, I am trying to figure out how to whip up the Dark Souls randomizer. So there is that to look forward to as well. And I'll also try to configure it with crowd control, so that viewers can also, like, make it harder or make bosses spawn all of a sudden. Should be a good time. And I do know that game forwards and backwards.
Your own city guard.
But let's go speak to Conrad.
Here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad. May I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
That's right. He fell for it.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt.
Aww.
And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
What is that supposed to mean? All right. Now on to Natalie. Oh my god, yeah.
Do such a thing.
Baker looks okay. Yeah, hers is totally ransacked. Oh, this was the butcher. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
If I had my pickaxe, I would have...
Who'd have what?
Don't get yourself worked up. You need rest.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something, and we may yet be allowed to keep it.
Yes, but...
But?
All this after the last sellswords we paid for proved themselves such reliable souls. You'd have us throw good gill after bad.
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Oh, she knows.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect.
That's
Now,
what
I'll be
matters.
returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
Aye, aye.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
I know.
Can to defend what little we have, but I would not see.
All right, back to Victor.
Mummy,
ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles.
Good enough.
Time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalamil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask.
All
I'm
right.
told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
A pincer.
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes I concede are high. But if this does not unite Dalamil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
All right. To the North Gate. What does this say? For the best drop in Dalamil, visit the final sting. I thought it would be like a warning.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
It's all yours.
Yeah. Took the words right out of my mouth. Looks like we've got a game plan then. That we do. Ow, you twerps. Stop that. Oh, new enemies approach. Yeah, good luck with that. Oh my god. The timing. Alright, we'll take out the caster first. There we go. Nice try. Who's that? Oh. Ooh, they got an assassin. Alright. Try and keep an eye on him. Oi! Oh, that's new. Good on you. Nice one, Torgal. Shit. We got the counter. Get over here! Oh, his name is the Sultan. That's a tight name. He wasn't even targeting us. There we go. Lots of loot. Excellent.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalamil.
We all saved Dalamil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
It's good.
We both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid.
Like a charm.
It only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
All right, down the rabbit hole complete.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Right, back to the hideaway. Ooh, we got some goods, though.
How may I help you today, Clive?
What do we get? A pal lifted. Hugo's men are gone, and with them the fear in our hearts. Once more shall the markets echo with mirth and merriment, and it is you who we have to thank. A Dalamil Spicer. Oh my god, we get 1,500 ability points.
All yours.
Thank you very
Best of luck
much.
out there, Sid.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Oh, he's still alive.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an Eikon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. It is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Too late.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav.
It's Gav.
There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
Thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Oh, Razor, thank you so much for the raid. How was a Fatal Frame?
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive!
Hurrah!
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look
after him.
Alright, the Croziet Echoes. Still spooky as always. God, I love that game. Very nice. How's the night treating you? Very well. Thank you for asking. Oh, and we got a whole bunch of side quests opened up. And more bounties. Let's go pick these up. Are there only 3? Oh, there are 4.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Alright, let's start off with Harpocrates.
There's a storm.
Oh, it's not him.
Will there be thunder?
Hello, Shirley.
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I'll try.
I'll certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Ah. Alright.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
On balance accepted. Wonder what they want with the scale. Are they out here slanging in the hideaway? I guess we can pick this up. On the way. Hello, Molly.
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it.
What did I
Need a
do?
hand with a recipe.
Oh.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing. Thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing and that awful stench, people wolf it down.
There's no way.
So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favorites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
You got it. And didn't he, like, collapse after a single bite of that stew? I can't believe it's that popular.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit?
Indeed.
The recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one?
Oh, we do.
Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go
Fine.
with Socrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
Alright, back to tomes. Oh, is that the cookbook? How many recipes are in that thing? It's like a dictionary.
There's a storm coming, Sid.
Oh, tomes, I have a question for you.
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Valencia, a culinary pilgrimage, a classic.
One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbricois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never failed to make my mouth water.
Did he memorize that whole book?
Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Pate.
How very Sandbricois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their Eikons brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
Ooh.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
You got it. Yo, they were just out here hunting dragons. That must have been wild times. I definitely do not memorize them. I wish I had a photographic memory. It seems so useful. But alas, I do not. Alright, let's check out the missives. Oh, there's only one. A humble request. Master Clive, I apologize for this sudden and untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid, and there is none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with a task most vexing, and I fear I am wholly unable to perform to his vaulted expectations, namely due to a marked lack of martial aptitude on my part. To wit, I am but a manservant, not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness ample to attend to the needs of the manor, to the attending of bandits in back alleys I am most sorely ill-equipped. If it pleases you, my lord, prithee come and see me at Martha's Rest, where I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full. Sebastian Rutherford, Seneschal to Lord Byron Rosfield.
Rutherford? Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
Smooth like a butler. Who comes with these names? Yeah, just go to a bookstore and just memorize them all. That would be so convenient. Oots, Goots! What do you want, Goots? An eye for an eye. Oh, he was like that.
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle.
Oh?
I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
Karen?
All right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallimil Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
There's only one way to find out. I'm not afraid of a
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, Thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
Alright, an eye for an eye has been accepted. Now let's go on and head to the atrium. See if we can't find that scale. You heard correct.
We're all gonna die! You hear me? The Akashic are coming and they won't... What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
Oh, they broke it.
I'm telling you, I can fix them.
Never seen one of the blue bastards swim.
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh,
And just how long hasn't it been one?
we're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-near.
A ninja-near.
The best way I see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Oh my god, do I have to reassemble it? I don't know how to do that.
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others?
I guess we will inspect the arm.
This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track.
He's a good teacher. Right next to the pans.
These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh goods? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn.
That must be the gear.
This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Mididol's dungeon is full of them.
She has a dungeon?
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
We know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. All finished.
Good as new.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Mididol's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us a system now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Mididol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Uh-oh. He just walks away. All right, good enough.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
I've returned.
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Oh, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
Alright, quest complete. On balance. Oh, we have also reached 1,000 renown. Excellent. Now let's go hit up Karen.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Lady Karen. How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care, but here you are today raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto?
Just asking. Out of interest.
What's a popato?
All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating about you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
God dang it, Gooch. I hope she doesn't raise the prices on her store.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
Oh, all right.
I suppose it is.
Right, let's open up the world map. Ooh. Oh, I can't take care of the side quest yet. Got it. Alright, the Croziet Echoes. In the central Dalmekia, a wind-blasted sprawl of bottomless ravines, latticed with the colossal flotsam of a people fallen. Man, it's so good to have the old squad back. Cloak and dagger.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Candle was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
All right. Onward. Also, apparently this is like the greatest mission to farm AP at on. Using the Arete stone. So I may do that at some point.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The Echoes have a will of their own.
Well, so do we. Gotcha. Oh, I was hoping to get more than one with that. Oh, where did you come from? Ow! Twerp. How dare you? There we go.
Faster!
Yeah!
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Boy. Gotcha. I probably could have just rode past them. I think we'll do that.
Good girl.
Oh, and I should have bought potions when I was at Karen's. Oh, actually, hold on. Who are you? Oh, is this that traveling merchant?
Do? Where are you off to now then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps?
It is.
No need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme. Right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert. And the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion. Suppose I could try Canver next. But knowing my luck, the old place be crawling with the works before I'd even set out me stone. As I always say, where there's crisis, there's opportunity. The opportunity to mint gil, that is. So, where to next?
That's the spirit.
Is there any money to be made in ash? Do orcs even carry gil?
Good question. You should ask.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
Ooh, what happened here?
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
These people need my help.
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you. Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor.
They won't.
Forgive me, Lord Kupka.
Lord Kupka?
Rest well, soldier.
Alright, quest accepted. Bad blood.
You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Oh, they're there, alright.
They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Good. I got here in time.
Hopefully they've grouped up enough. We'll see. Good enough. Ooh, I didn't think he would survive that. Thank you for jumping into that. Right, we took them all down. Pretty good haul.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
Oh, there's a survivor.
Like an Akashic.
Okay, let's loot what we can. I don't see any chests. That's alright. Oh, I spoke too soon. Empty shard.
You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
Quest complete. Ah, we got a meteorite. Excellent.
You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar.
Uh-oh.
Son of a whore. You're Sid.
Whoops.
There, in Cosnis, when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
We're not gonna fight this guy.
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave!
That's what we were doing.
But I will find you, Sid.
someday.
I'm quaking in my boots. Can I speak to him? Oh, I can! I'm back.
You will regret not killing me when you had a chance, Sid. I will avenge my master.
I'm sure. See you later. That's right. Ride like the wind, Ambrosia. Ooh, how far is Torbor? Right, no loot.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Back to the stables, girl.
Hello there, Watchman.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Thank you.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Sounds good. Oh, merchants, perfect. Show me your wares.
Here, take a look at my wares.
We don't need those. I will buy this.
A fine choice.
Then restock up on those.
Go safely.
You as well.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yotei, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
It does?
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Ooh.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yotei. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloeda knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them. Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Do we know Barnabas? Meanwhile, the Agora.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Oh my god.
Distinguished members of the council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king is
Ah.
to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
Yo.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
How you doing tonight, Melina? Thank you so much for stopping by. How's Medieval Dynasty going?
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the Eikons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The Eikons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Umielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Damn. I'm almost ready to move people in. Ooh, and you're a blacksmith now? Hell yeah. I think I saw someone playing that earlier. I didn't realize there was like a first-person component to it. I thought it was like all city builder. But I may switch to Fallout 4 once I get my big booty TV. Ooh, very nice. That'll be fun. Oh, we got some more side quests.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is bold enough to heed her call?
Aye.
Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Korava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast, now that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovani, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Karava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
Indubitably. Right, is there anything else to explore in this town before we move on? We can go up the ladder.
Here's the scraps you were after.
Thanks. Can't do without leather if I'm to polish these stones.
Hello, child.
You can go inside if you want, but stay quiet.
Or what?
Yeah, they're polishing the stones for shipment. Any sudden noises and they might drop one.
That's on them. What's up, dorks? He's not even polishing anything.
These aren't ready for sale, if that's what you're thinking. And I'll thank you to keep your hands to yourself.
Well, okay then. Up we go. Oh, I see loot.
Decent quarry's been hard to find since the sky's turned.
It has indeed. Can't blame the beasts for being on edge.
I wonder what they sell those stones for. Didn't seem like they were magical.
Mummy made a pottage from it.
Ooh.
Sounds delicious. Perhaps she'll invite me around to try it next time.
Have you noticed the Elder has been coughing less of late?
Yes. I hear Master Cyril drew up a new tonic for him.
Maybe we should get one of those for Joshua.
Not a scratch on them. These hides will fetch a good price.
Oh my god, I didn't realize hides were so huge.
You wouldn't happen to have a decent whetstone in there, would you, madam?
I'm sure I can find you something. All of these stones have a good bit of diamond dust in them. That'll see your sword sharp, all right?
Diamond dust, eh? Let's see. They both lead to the same place. Ooh, some goblin coins.
These stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalamil.
Okay.
Why won't the sky go back to how it was? I don't like it.
Nor do I, dearie. In all my long years, I've never seen such a thing.
You've never seen clouds before? Right, do you two say anything?
That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
Well, scholarly sorts like him always are, aren't they?
That they are. Alright, I think we're clear to move on.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix down, but tough as boiled bow.
Ooh. I hear they're made for walking.
You there, the strapping lad with the sword.
Ooh, me.
Finally, no one was paying me the slightest heed.
Aw.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word.
Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard. The university? You're a scholar? A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Sounds good.
Climb the stairs and memorize a few inscriptions.
Oh no.
Assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time.
A riddle?
Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands. I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly. Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
Alright, quest accepted. Carved in stone. Start with this one. Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor, sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
Right. That's 1 down.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the box.
There's the second. And there's the third.
Not a scratch on them.
Alright, what does this one say? Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride, recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home.
What Golden Plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Mummy made a pottage from it.
Sounds delicious.
Recent quarry's been hard to find since the skies turned.
The final one. Oops. Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
Alright, I've returned, Milos.
The engravings were in good repair considering their age. Oh, what that I could have seen for myself. Oh, come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
Guardians of the Crystal.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it. Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Alright. Wanderers of the Golden Plains.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land. Reap her promised blessing, and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
You're very welcome. Alright, quest complete. But we got a lot of stuff for that, considering how easy it was. Right, let's find our way back down.
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix now.
Beneath the flood.
So are we able to traverse the world map? We can. We should be all topped off, so we don't need to stop by the merchant. I think we got all the chests.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
Not at all.
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you.
I'm not sure I like the way he said that.
Pray accept this token.
Ooh! Got a phoenix down. What's a
For
seal?
those you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you, if there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later.
To Canver! Hey!
You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Hey Crimson, hey Ree, what's up? Not much. How you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Hope you're well. I'm good. I'm glad to hear it.
Ah, Lord Rosfield. I'm afraid I cannot stay to talk. I must leave to collect the reports of our spies in the field. Now that you wear the Phoenix down, our brothers and sisters will no doubt reveal themselves to you too. Farewell, my lord, and may the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
Hold on, this freaking old lady is an undying shadow?
The free city's under siege? Who'd have thought it?
Master Cyril, luckily. And thank goodness he told us before we set out.
Alright. Hello, Watchman. The Gilded Path.
There are horrible beasts down that way. Ashen terrors who'll kill you as soon as look at you. Would that I had the strength to kill them first.
So when did you get the reveal of Joshua? I think that was a couple streams ago, although they only had their reunion last night when fighting Bahamut.
Fly, Ambrosia.
And it's great to have him back. He is very helpful. Oh, got some orcs. Oh, wrong move. Whoops. Well, that orc is ultra dead. Ooh, you are tanky. And I'm guessing it was Ultima that we had seen at the Phoenix Gate. Because I think he did make himself look like Joshua. At the very least, the hooded figure. I streamed the final boss of this game and oh my god, it was epic. I don't know if I still have it, the VOD, probably. Probably not, but it was a fun fight. Oh, I believe it. Have you tried the DLC for this? I think it was last year sometime, yeah. Yeah, this game has been out for quite a while. And I only recently found out about it.
Faster.
Yeah. Oh, more orcs. Oh, and the path diverges. Try going up here. Oh, got some leg eaters. I don't see any loot, really. Unless I can climb that. Ooh, it's a party. Oh, there's more. Quite a bit of experience. Ah, and I cannot get past here. Okay.
Good girl. Run like the wind.
Well, I had to find out. Got some hell divers. Is that another obelisk? Oh, it is. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna lurk. Wanted to say hey. I appreciate that. Have a good night.
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Oh, we're back on the world map. Let's take care of some of these other side quests that we had picked up. We'll start with Martha's Rest. Since it spawns us right there. Oh, Martha. I've returned.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh?
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden at all.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem.
And what's
A
that?
band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner, if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Alright, rekindling the flame. Let's go find Wade.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first.
Where is he? Oh, he's straight ahead. Alright.
So, Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rosfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right. though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully, the road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there, and may victory await our coming.
Alright, let's head back to Eastpool.
Don't bother.
Actually, let's speak with Rutherford. Since we're right here. I didn't realize there was another quest in here. Is he upstairs? Ah, he is.
My lord Marquis, is that you?
It is indeed.
It is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas...
Alas...
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalamil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
I appreciate that. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and head to Eastpool. Alright. Where are you, bandits? Show yourselves. Prepare to meet your worst nightmare.
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
Who are you?
You will leave this place or face the consequences.
Okay, I'll prioritize the casters. I think Jill got the other one. Sweet.
That's the end of that then. Or maybe not.
Ooh. 2 scoops?
Doing here. Doesn't matter. It goes to
2 scoops of what? Too slow. Oh, we got a parry somehow. Just in time. Perfect. God, Judgment Bolt is so good. Hopefully there's an even better version of the cooldown talisman for it. Ooh, ow. Ouch. Okay. Don't eat Jill. Too early. Ouch. Stop that. Oh my goodness. Sweet. Okay, we got it. Clive's got to play fetch before the realm totally implodes. He really does. It's like a lightning storm of pure destruction. It's hard and looks amazing while doing it. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
Thank you, thank
You
you.
were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Sometime later? It'll be like a dream for them. It's a settlement of their own.
Without masters. No. We're the masters now.
That's right.
Our lives are our own at last.
Just needs a little bit of work.
And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
Indeed. I'm sure she'll be glad to hear it.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own.
Oh.
The matter is, you did it. And now we can build our new village.
Hurrah!
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
I agree.
Why you say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Quest complete. Wade has become a battle-hardened warrior. He sure has. Alright. Looks like we have a couple in Dalamil, so we can head there. Oops. Actually, I do need to buy a potion before we leave. Since I used one on the 2 Scoops fight.
What are you after?
Your finest wares.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome. Alright.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Yep, fingers crossed.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Is it this way? No. No.
Perhaps. But the gentlemen of the League of Merchants have deeper pockets.
Ah, and there he is.
Could be I know something more. What's it worth to you?
Oh my goodness.
I've got 100 gil and a chocobo feather.
Oh.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Dalamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
See you later.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
She's for sure not the Reaper.
The secret of how to be in 2 places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
Always am.
You too, Goots.
Investigate the storehouse. Ah, it's that one. Here where we met Otto at. Last time we were here.
The gentlemen of the town guard are strapping from. Perhaps. What a mess. You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Let's go. Run like the wind.
Yeah.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Does she have an evil twin?
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale.
Oh, it's that dude.
So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
A traveler mistaking Karen for the Reaper? That's one way to get an early ticket to the afterlife. Yeah, just wait till she hears that. Thankfully, none of them are casters. Got more. Hired muscle. Looks like they're all melee users. Just kidding. Go for you first. No curing loud. Only I can do that. Oh, there's a second one. You dork. There we go. Thank you, iframes. Sweet. Gotcha.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head.
Oh
He only
no.
wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
Why did he want Goot?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen.
Oh.
I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goots. Right now.
Oh, they took us right to him. Sweet. Oh no.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty painted lout! Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough.
for they are not lies. Every last word is true, and she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Lord!
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you, only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Dude.
No.
Enough, all of you!
Oh, it's Karen.
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you.
Boy.
Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs.
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goots, you... If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck.
That's right. Yeah, what a loser, for sure.
Great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself.
You can?
So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye.
Oh, shit.
Wise words, that. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect.
Yo, she is so scary.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It isn't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes.
Oh.
Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Ta-ra, Karen.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Seriously. I didn't realize that was a fake eye that you had. Let's find Rutherford's colleague first. Right this way. I think all that's new is at the that merchant is stuff for the jukebox.
Good girl.
We don't need that.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
Uh-oh.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
And maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
He owes you
Or
coin.
Go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Jesus Christ. Alright, let's focus the caster. There we go. Alright, this should do it. Oh, the other one's out of range. There we go. Talk about a mutiny with no mercy. No kidding.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's central command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Not at all. They don't need it anymore.
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
Sounds good. Ah, Northreach is a different area. What is this? Skin trade. Let's go pick this up.
Come on.
Oh, you know what? That's for that Tanner, right? Back in that new area. And then we go to the left. Ooh, it's finally open. I like it. The sickle. I guess we'll try this way. It should be right around here. Go around. Oh, I'm guessing it's this. A storm panther.
This won't be easy.
Maybe not.
Nice try.
Hoping for a perfect dodge. This will do though. Judgment bolts. Got this right now. Another partial. Gotcha. Oh, I guess that wasn't it. There's no way to the turtle. Maybe that dragon? Yeah, it's gotta be. The Dread Avis.
Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
We'll be fine. Perfect. Semi-prime. $48K, not bad. This might do it. Excellent. The thick scaled skin of an avis, claimed by some to be as old as the mountains themselves, though it has not likely seen but a decade or two.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
Alright, let's pick this up, and then we can head back to Carol.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it.
Here you are.
Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I'd hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
Thank you. Alright, what did he give us? What a bit of experience. And 100 bloody hide? My goodness. Right. I guess now we head to Northreach. There are quite a few quests there.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
Oh, there's one like right here. Smooth like a butler. We'll head to this first. It is nearby? I don't see anything. Oh, well, he really blended in. Hello, straight-laced gent.
What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
And yours as well.
Ready, go?
Yeah!
Let's ride!
They just couldn't resist, could
Oh,
they?
they're right here. They're just robbing everybody.
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Oh, I was hoping to dodge that. A little early. Perfect. Spring healed Jacques. Perfect. Oh! What a shame. Should do it though. Let's hop off. Gotcha.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
Yeah. Actually, let's take care of these since we're right here. We'll just run. It's gonna take us off of Ambrosia in a bit anyway. Because we can't ride her in town. I wish we could have just, like, given him a potion or something.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
This place has really fallen into disarray since destroying the mother crystal. It really makes you wonder if it was worth it or not. Oh, these are the blueback wyverns. All right.
Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot.
Oh! I think he didn't hear that.
This must be our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with.
Yeah! Nearly there. Oh. A little slow with that. There we are. The hardest part of our scavenger hunt is done. Raptor liver. Some naturalists believe that it is the blueback wyvern's proclivity to feed on a carrion that results in their livers becoming so engorged, and that the saints' bonnets with which they follow their meals with serve to ameliorate this effect. Others claim that it is the blooms themselves which cause the damage, the wyverns being so taken with the flower's taste that they cannot resist.
That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent.
Right. Oh, there they are. They're very pretty.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
All right, back to Molly.
has lost its appetite.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
A herb?
Wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about.
Only one way to find out. Ooh, it looks good.
And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
But he died for a second.
Not fit for consumption, then.
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force, a force of nature even, a maelstrom of flavor and sensation, a graceful beast emerging from centuries of...
Oh my goodness. Seems alright. Or not. I hope you all have a very good night.